You got to read between the lines. Okay. It is a wet and wild day out there in beautiful, beautiful Hamilton. It is. I've been waiting for spring. I've been waiting for spring. Have you not been waiting for spring? I've had, there was one day last week that I was able to dress in August weather and in August clothing. I was down to a cut-off t-shirt and pair of shorts. I was lounging in the river and I was sweating my balls off. But you know what? It was so good to feel warm after such a long time. And while I deeply, deeply appreciate how amazing Canada can be in the springtime, oh lordy, lordy, there are moments. Oh, there are moments that I wish that we did not edge quite so slowly into the warm spring like weather. So we are now back. We are live on TikTok on this wet and rainy Saturday. This is episode 11 of Steeltown Sessions. We are back on Sci Canada on Instagram, and we are back because we bribed our way back in onto YouTube Live. Hi, YouTube. YouTube. You've been giving me such a stomach ache over the last little while. When I found out that I had been banned on our High Media Inc. YouTube channel for talking about things like culture in Canada, for talking about how the Canadian cannabis sector has been more fully integrated into Canadian culture, for talking about a legal retail operation, a legal retail independent cannabis shop here in Canada, in Hamilton, on one of the busiest intersections of the city of that the city of Hamilton has. We are 30 seconds away from McMaster University. We are 30 seconds away from the infamous Jackson Square. If you're following the news out there, you know Jackson Square makes the news frequently. But more importantly, we are right around the corner, less than a minute away from the TD Coliseum. We are in the heart of a vibrant, creative city. We broadcast live weekly from our gorgeous street level studio here at the corner of King and James in Hamilton. We broadcast live weekly from the Element Cannabis Superstore at 5 King Street East in Hamilton. Now, as I've mentioned before, this is an amazing shop. It is truly a cannabis tourism destination, and it is the way of the future, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. But if you're a kid, you should not be watching this because you will get me demonetized and banned again. So if you are under 18 years old, do me a favor and just fuck right off, okay? You are not supposed to be watching this. But if you are over 18 and you're enjoying our shenanigans, you're enjoying the plethora of guests and interesting topics that we have brought to you over the 11 episodes of Steel Town Sessions. Well, get ready because you ain't seen nothing yet. Now we've had a few challenges. After the death of High Canada magazine, my co-founder and business partner Katie Six and I, we've been racking our brains. We've been writing articles. We have been planning and preparing, and we've been taking a couple pages out of Art of War. We have been taking a couple pages out of 1984. We have been taking pages out of a lot of different things. We have been guided by music, magic, spirituality, and God Almighty. And we are finding a way to do it differently, do it better. And I'm just so grateful to be here today and that you are joining me here today. We've had some challenges between our YouTube ban, between having to jump from multiple platforms, between dealing with new types of technology that, I've been broadcasting live for a number of years. We have over 2,500 videos on our High Media Inc. YouTube channel. We have over 1,300,000 views on this channel. I am so incredibly proud of that channel. And we are going to be carrying the high media tradition on with our, later on in 2026, we're going to be publishing our issue 100, our heroes and villains issue, our the good, the bad, and the ugly. The last issue of High Canada Magazine will be dropping. And then we're going to move on to bigger and better territories. We are launching our high quarterlies. And we're going to be putting these quarterlies on shelves, on newsstands nationally. We're going to be talking about hyper focused topics like cannabis tourism here in Canada, like the medicinal market here in Canada, like technology and sustainability here in the Canadian cannabis sector. And of course, Christmas in Canada, because how can any self-serving or how can any media group not celebrate Christmas with a very special Christmas issue? So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to bring the High Media platform back in a new, bigger, better way. But more importantly, I am so excited to have teamed up with my executive producer, my co-founder of Deep Culture Magazine, Miss Katie Six. We have been writing and tackling some of the best stories and the best cultural stories that we can possibly find. We have not been putting the cart before the horse. We have been dotting our I's, we have been crossing our T's, and we have been getting ready to talk about some big things, to cover some big stories, and to truly celebrate culture in Canada in all its multifaceted glory. That sounds fucking great. Oh, yeah, stay tuned. Deep Culture Steel Town Sessions is the first of many, many shows. We are getting ready to launch our Kitchener Sessions, where we bring cannabis culture, we bring culture, we bring dance, music, art, and community events into the Kitchener market, just like we're doing here with Steel Town Sessions. I'm also excited to be launching our later this summer our on the road sessions, where I like to travel and I like to be there around the country checking different things out. I'll be heading out to Vancouver, British Columbia shortly. Check in with my friends, my family, and of course my youngest son, Xander Landry. Xander, Alex, sending my love to you both. Carly, you too. Um, I have a lot of friends out in British Columbia, and I am missing them, and I am missing the scene. So we're going to be launching our on the road sessions while I travel. I continue to travel around this beautiful country of ours. Of course, I'll be also gathering new content, new stories, and new advertisers, lateral marketing partners for our new Deep Culture magazine. And of course, all of our new shows that are going along with it. Why are we launching all these shows? Why, you may ask, are we launching these sessions? Why did we launch Steeltown Sessions? Why are we launching Kitchener Sessions? Why are we launching On the Road Sessions? Well, I have a dream. I have a dream that I would like to have my own talk show, my own David Letterman inspired talk show, including a studio audience, a couch, a desk, a set, and a place for our in house band. I want to celebrate music, live music, comedy, dance, entertainment. You name it, I want to celebrate it. If it's culture in Canada, I want to talk about it and I want to talk to you. So big plan, lots of motion. We are slowly but surely making it happen, and it's no small support. It's no in no small part to support from viewers like you, from brands within the Canadian cannabis space, from brands within conventional spaces, conventional culture spaces. I'd like to take a little hat off or take my hat off. Oh, wait a second. I don't have a hat. I'm going to send kudos out to some of our supporters. Rushremoval.ca. You need something to disappear in your yard, in your house, in your trailer, or your trailer. Call the guys at Rush Removal. They'll make it disappear just like that. I'd also like to thank Waterloo Pilates for being a staunch supporter of what we do. And if you're looking for exercise and if you're in the Waterloo region, tell you what, go check it out. I understand the first session is free. And once you start, I understand there is no going back. Healthier lifestyle with Waterloo Pilates. I'd also like to thank the Element Cannabis Superstore for hosting this amazing, groundbreaking new type of media, for allowing me to get out of the back rooms and basements, the trailers, the off grid farms and communities, the renegade cultivation sites, and bringing cannabis and culture right to the street here in Hamilton. Hamilton, as you know, and I talk about this frequently, is undergoing a cultural renaissance. And it's a renaissance like I have not seen in the entirety of my career. You know, I went to the University of Toronto and I studied fine art and English literature, for those of you who don't know. And one of the big things that I loved about attending the downtown Toronto University of Toronto arts program was how close it was to certain areas. To my much loved, beloved Kensington Market, where I ran a gallery for five plus years on Augusta. Um, where I thrived and saw a community thrive in the Kensington Market area. I grew up or went to school and heard so many stories about Yorkville and the cultural significance of the activities and things that were going on in Yorkville. Um, and there's so many of these cultural touchstone uh, touchstone events that happen that really manage to push culture overall forward. And that's what's happening in Hamilton right now. There is a deep appreciation for live entertainment. There is a deep appreciation for cannabis culture, for beer culture, for whiskey culture, for typewriter culture, for art culture, for dance, for opera and theater and comedy. And Hamilton has embraced that and embraced culture in a way that I have not seen in any other city in my travels. And we've been talking a lot about challenges and that some of the challenges that we have faced producing and facilitating a live show here in downtown Hamilton. And, you know, it's one thing to run a counterculture magazine, and it's another thing to run a few counterculture magazines. It's one thing to be a renegade publisher and media maker and content maker, knowing that I will likely never be monetized for any of the things that I do in video or on audio through like Spotify or any of the places that you can listen to us over the years on either the High Media Inc., the High Canada platform, or now our Deep Culture Steeltown Sessions platforms. Um, there's a lot of things happening in Hamilton, and you know what? Between our guests, between the excitement and exuberance of the people of Hamilton, between that and the support that we are receiving from our community, from our friends, from our allies, I think Katie Six and I are doing something truly, truly special. And you know, it's taken us a while to get it off the ground. We had our YouTube account banned. We've had our social media, future of our social media accounts shut down. One of our angel investors pulled out unexpectedly because it turns out I'm just a little too gay for them. And the funny thing is, I'm not even that gay. But hey, you know what? That's okay. You don't want to support this way of doing things and you want to be a homophobic piece of shit, that's up to you. You know what? Um, I've been hearing a lot of criticism that we would receive more support if I would turn it down, if I would tone it down, if I would perhaps not be channeling my inner Johnny Fever for these shows, if I would address conventional proper topics on our show. And to that, I have two words, and I bet you can guess what they are. One of them rhymes with duck, and the other one rhymes with doff. And you can basically sit and rotate because we are not going to make ourselves smaller to fit into a box that will never get viewed and never get watched. We are not going to make ourselves smaller or quieter. We are going to be loud. We are going to be obnoxious and we are going to tell it like it is. You don't like my Johnny Fever eccentricity and my piercings through my eyebrow or my weird fucking fingernails. That's on you. You do not have to tune in. But don't be a homophobic piece of shit either, okay? You don't want to tune in? Don't tune in. Right? Go fuck yourselves. You want to tune in? You want to join us on our adventures? We are happy to have you. We are happy to have you join us next week as we interview Randy from the Trailer Park Boys, and he's on tour with his Cheeseburger Picnic comedy tour, driving around Canada, entertaining Canadians with some classic Canadian comedy. I'm broadcasting live here from the Element Cannabis Superstore at 5 King Street East in Hamilton. We are slowly but surely gaining our footing. I am slowly but surely getting used to putting on a live studio broadcast in front of countless people walking by on this beautiful street in this busy, bustling city of downtown Hamilton. How exciting it is for me to have not only a platform, but a voice and the support of people like my co founder, Katie Six, of my team, of my producer, of my guests, and my support network. Wouldn't be able to do it without any of you, and I would not be able to do it without advertisers, without lateral marketing partners like rushremoval.ca, like Waterloo Pilates, like the Element Cannabis Superstore, like Cannabis Market Space, or any of the amazing partners who I've been speaking to about getting involved with what I'm doing here at Deep Culture Steel Town Sessions. You know what? We've had a lot of fun over the last 11 episodes. Next week's show is our mid-season extravaganza. We're being joined by Randy from the Trailer Park Boys to talk about his Cheeseburger Picnic tour. We're going to be giving away 2 sets of tickets on Thursday on social media so that you, one of you, or two or four of you out there can go see Randy in person on Saturday at 8 p.m. In here in Hamilton, because that's going to be one fucking funny show, let me tell you. Okay, we're going to give away a bunch of art supplies, 2 big baskets to celebrate Art Crawl here in Hamilton on June 8th. We're going to be giving away 1 basket on next week's show. We'll either be drawing it with Randy Bobandi himself or perhaps Dill, our race car driver slash robotics engineer, technician, probably robotics engineer. He's the only guy I know who drives both a race car and has his own robot. I don't know if it's a sex robot, but we're going to find out. Maybe it is a sex robot. Maybe it's not a sex robot. Maybe it's a butler robot. Or maybe it's finally the answer to the question I have had, which is how long is it going to take for me to get a robot to roll me joints, to make me coffee, to pet and scratch the back of my head, maybe pet and scratch the back of my dog's head. I want a robot to do this for me. I want to name it Jarvis, and I want it to follow me around with little cappuccino making, joint rolling, smile on its little robotic face. How long will it take? I'm not looking at marrying it or anything. If it rolls a good joint, it's not totally out of the question. Anyways, you're joining me live. I'm Cy Williams. I broadcast live weekly on multiple platforms, including Rumble, YouTube on our High Media Inc. YouTube channel, also on YouTube on our brand new Deep Culture Steel Town Sessions YouTube channel. Please go subscribe to the new channel. Your support is so valuable right now. We also broadcast live on both TikTok. Love you, TikTok. Love all you TikTokers. We also broadcast live on Instagram. We broadcast on we broadcast live on Instagram and TikTok on my personal Cy Canada TikTok and Instagram pages. You know, it's an excellent opportunity for me to talk about different things we have going on. Next week's show, we have Randy, we have Dill, we have a couple other guests that I'm pretty excited about. We have Vanessa, our wandering star astrological guru, joining us again to talk about how the stars are going to be affecting our day to day and our emotional health and our emotional well being. We're going to be talking about hash. We're going to be talking about comedy. We're going to be talking about culture. And if I play my cards right, we're going to have a very, very special musical guest in that day. Then later on in the back half of season one, we have exciting interviews booked with former lineman for the CFL, for the Toronto Argonauts, and Go Ticats, the Hamilton Ticats. Mike Mahalik will be joining us in the studio sometime over the back half of season one. And we'll be talking about a lot of different things. And I can't wait to have Mike here in the hot seat to talk about what he has been up to within the Canadian cannabis space. One of my favorite people, one of my cover superstars from High Canada Magazine. And it's a real pleasure to get him back here talking to me about all things cannabis in Canada. We're also going to be joined by the very extraordinary Luna Extreme, one of my favorite people, another one of our High Canada Magazine cover superstars. Been on our cover 3 times, one hell of a funny person, beautiful, bold, bodacious, and she has a voice and she knows how to use it. And I can't wait to get Luna back here, or Luna here on the show. We're also going to be joined later on in the back half of season one by the nicest person in the Canadian cannabis space. That is Mr. Jesse Klein. For those of you who don't know Jesse, you're missing out. There are a lot of unique personalities and people within the Canadian cannabis space. You know this, I know this. And, from Steve D'Angelo to Remo, from Sherry Ann Baker to Trim Queen, from Tammy Stanhope to Jamie Kunkel over in Tyne-Tenega, from Aaron Hill to um, to Ross Ripley Addy, from Shannon Ross to to Tara and Sonia over at Violet Wild, from Unity Marguerite to the good people over at Pure Sun Farms, from Devin Melnick to Lauren Gertner. There are some unusual and interesting people within the Canadian and international cannabis space, and we cannot wait to talk to as many of them as we can. I have been involved with the Grow Up Conference for a number of years as media sponsor with High Canada Magazine. The last Grow Up Conference, I was going through a transition and I was on sabbatical and I had stepped away from culture and the Canadian and international cannabis space. We're back with a big with a new game, a new show, a new platform, and we are excited to be back. And I've reached out to the Grow Up Conference to see if perhaps they might be interested in having this particular counterculture publisher and interviewer back at Grow Up for some new types of sessions, for a new way of doing things. I pitched Randy to let me come into the Grow Up Conference and put on Grow Up sessions. so that I can talk to some of the amazing people and guests that he has coming out for the Grow Up Conference. Wouldn't that be fun? I'm telling you, that would be a heck of a good time for me, that's for sure. And wouldn't it be nice if we won an award at the Grow Up Canadian Cannabis Awards? We are nominated for Podcast of the Year at the Grow Up Awards this year, and I'm also nominated for Influencer of the Year. This will be the eighth time that I've been nominated for Influencer of the Year, and oh man, can you imagine if I won? I have been working in speech, an acceptance speech, for almost 8 years. There are very few things that a writer will work on for 8 years. I have been honing it, I have been toning it, I have been making it big, bad, and beautiful. And if I win Influencer of the Year, if I won, oh, can you imagine the pandemonium that will ensue? And if we were to take home the coveted Podcast of the Year award, our first year out of the gate, oh, what a feather in my hat that would be. I might even add a new safety pin to the old eyebrow in celebration. How fun would that be? Right? 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 So if you're just tuning in, my name is Cy Williams. I am your dapper. I am your dapper, charming host of this amazing show called Deep Culture Steel Town Sessions. We broadcast live from the Element Cannabis Superstore every week. We have a street level studio, and we broadcast live to Rumble, to YouTube, to TikTok, and of course to YouTube. You haven't gone over and subscribed to our Deep Culture Steel Town Sessions YouTube channel, why the F not? You don't want to show your support? You one of those people who just lurk and like to watch, see what we do? Don't be like that. Don't be one of those social media weirdos who does just stocks and looks. Why don't you go over to our YouTube channel right now, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and we'll let you know every time we drop a finished final episode of Steel Town Sessions, as well as let you know whenever we're about to have a live. We go live once a week, either on a Saturday or a Friday if it's our crawl. We broadcast live from our street level studio here at 5 King Street East. Beautiful downtown Hamilton. We have a beautiful storefront. We have two giant billboards, digital billboards on the second and third floor. I'll be taking you out there in a little while to show you what they say. We're there, we are making, taking action, we are making change, and we are calling stuff out. We have over 7,000 people walk by this store on a daily basis. When we get Super Crawl out here in September, there's going to be a giant, massive stage, and there'll be 200,000 people attending Super Crawl in September. You know, the numbers for Art Crawl that happens on the second Friday of every month are phenomenally strong. The first Art Crawl happened just a couple of weeks ago. The streets were packed, community engaged, products activated, artists showcased, creativity celebrated. And that every second Friday of every month, we're going to see that event grow and grow and grow. You know, I do love seeing things grow. Speaking of things that grow, this episode and my creativity today have been fueled by High Boys. That's always my go to when I come and get ready for a live studio broadcast here at Element or do anything I do with the Deep Culture Secrets Sessions broadcasts. You know, you need that boost of creativity, especially in the morning, especially if you're going to go on and broadcast live and what could or could not be utter pandemonium at any given time. Is we broadcast live from a vibrant location at in a vibrant city at one of adjacent from one of the busiest intersections in the entire city of Hamilton. We are seconds away from Jackson Square. Hop, skip, and a jump, not even. I could hold my breath and make it over to the TD Coliseum. I look at the BDC building, the Scotia Bank Tower, and the CIBC Tower. McMaster University is scant seconds away, and there are so many restaurants, there are so many pubs, there are so many bars, there are so many independent shops and amazing things that are going on within Hamilton and within this downtown core. I've been getting over a spring cold for the last 3 weeks. Can you imagine? 3 weeks. What I thought were summer allergies have turned into something else. And I cannot wait for summer to finally arrive, for me to pull my collection of summer shorts and Hawaiian shirts out of my drawers, for me to lather myself with suntan lotion and go sit by the river, go sit by the beach, to visit some of the amazing attractions that Hamilton, that Kitchener, that Southern Ontario has to offer. Not just Southern Ontario, Northern Ontario, through Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta. And of course, I'm looking forward to visiting beautiful British Columbia early the next month. And that'll be happening before our crawl, but after our very special exclusive interview with the one, the only, the cheeseburger master himself, Randy from the Trailer Park Boys, will be joining us next week on next week's show at 1 o'clock. You want to win tickets to go see Randy? Check out his cheeseburger picnic here in Hamilton? Well, you can. Here's how you do it. Come down here to the Element Cannabis Superstore at 5 King Street East in Hamilton. Put in a raffle ticket. We will be drawing two lucky winners for 2 tickets each on Thursday. That's this Thursday. That would be the 28th of May. And we're going to be drawing two lucky winners. How do you win a set of tickets? Well, you can go subscribe to our Deep Culture Steel Town Sessions YouTube channel. In a comment underneath this video or one of the shorts or on something on our Deep Culture Steel Town Sessions, make a comment. Write the word subscribed. Enter me to win a set of tickets to see Randy and his cheeseburger picnic. Write something like that. I will enter you in a draw to win a set of tickets for two. That's 2 tickets to go see Randy and his cheeseburger picnic here in Hamilton. We will have Randy on the show on May 30th. We'll be drawing our first art crawl studio in a basket winner on the 30th. We'll be drawing that basket has a $350 estimated value. It's basically a medium studio in a box. High viscosity paints, brushes, art markers, sketchbooks, and inks. More. There's more in there. There's more in there, and it is an artist dream. And that is a build up to the big second giveaway that we have going on. We're going to be giving away a basket of approximately $600 worth of art supplies. We're going to be giving that away on Friday, June 8th, for our crawl. For our crawl. And that is a big win if you're an artist. There are so many art supplies in this basket that we are giving away. We are broadcasting live on Art Crawl. That is Friday, June 8th. We will be broadcasting every Saturday until then, though. Next week, we're joined by race car driver and robotic enthusiast Dill, our friend Dill, and he's going to be coming and talking to us about the Mini Indy, what it's like to be a race car driver, and what it's like to own your own robot. Oh, my own robot. Bailey, do you want a robot? I think Bailey wants a robot too. I'm Cy Williams. This is my host, Bailey Boo Boo Baggins. You're tuning in to Steel Town Sessions. We broadcast live every Saturday from the Element Cannabis Superstore here in downtown Hamilton. We're about 37 minutes, 32 seconds into our fourth part of Steel Town Sessions today. This is episode 11. We're going to take a short commercial break and we'll be back. And we're going to toss in we're going to start our concluding run on this episode of Steel Town Sessions. Don't forget, tune in often, hit subscribe. Make sure you enter our contest to win tickets to go see Randy and his cheeseburger picnic. Make sure you come into the Element Cannabis Superstore, open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. every single morning. between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m., you can get 20% off everything in the shop. 20% off! 20% off, Bailey! Can you believe that? And not just that. At the Element Cannabis Superstore, they have the most amazing selection of ancillary products that I've probably seen touring Canada. So I've been in hundreds of independent cannabis shops. I've been in hundreds of chain shops. And I've never seen such an interesting, eclectic, and electric selection of ancillary products. And the one thing I really like this about the Element Cannabis Superstore and the people behind the Element Cannabis Superstore. You know, I go into a lot of other shops and they mark these products up two, three, four, five times sometimes. Five times. And I understand there's a profit margin to be made, but they don't do that here at Element. They don't do that here at Element. You know what they do? They mark it up once. And you can find the best prices for bongs, rigs, trays, grinders, and assorted ancillary products that you will find anywhere in the city of Hamilton, probably a number of other cities as well. Plus, there's daily specials. There are daily specials on every day besides the 20% off and not between 9 and 10. Monday is Munchie Monday, deals and bargains and specials on all things edible. Tuesdays are pre-roll Tuesdays. There's deals and specials on pre-rolls all day long. Wednesdays are Weedy Wednesdays, as deals on premium flower and specific selections, all beautiful things. Weedy Wednesday flowery. Thursdays are our tropical special days here at the Element Cannabis Superstore. And that's deals and specials and bargains on all things health and wellness. Fridays are big bag Fridays, and this deals on premium value bags and some of the best selection of cannabis. Big Bag Fridays, one of my favorite days of the week. Saturdays, that's today, that's Saturday, and I love Saturday so much, Bailey. You know why I love Saturday? Because you can get bargains, deals, and specials on all things concentrates. Uh, and that's such an amazing thing because I'm a big fan of concentrates. I have a couple Dapper A's. I love hash. I love at Diamonds. I love extracts. I love how vibrant and robust the Canadian extract sector is, the dab extract sector is. And of course, every Sunday here at Element, it's a Senior Sunday, and it's a great chance to save on everything in the store if you're a senior. So, like I said, a lot of things going on here at the Element Cannabis Superstore and here with Steel Town Sessions. And I can't wait for a big, bold, and bad back half of season one. Make sure you tune in weekly. Make sure you enter our contest, and we'll be right back after these messages. Right, Bailey? After these messages, we'll be right back. Don't kiss it before. What are people going to think?